time for Highlands basketball. Tonight from Shaler High School, a big section matchup between the Highlands Golden Rams and the Shaler Titans, ostensibly for second place behind Mars, along with the Dean, Mike Choma, Petey Foster to my left. This is Mike Pavlik greeting you from the Crow's Nest at Shaler. This is the first time I've been here. This is gym number 76 for me.
Yeah, I might be a little ahead of you because of my coaching career, but
yes.
I was here many moons ago, but it wasn't here. It was a different gym.
Okay.
Back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s when you were still coaching Highlands,
yep.
Right? That is correct. Well, Saturday's game against Quaker Valley was an excellent game. Just as a fan, if you were watching that game and didn't have a rooting interest, or if you were a Quaker Valley fan, you really liked what you saw. There was some good. There was some bad. Why don't you start?
Well, Mike, as a coach, we call those lesson games because they're not section games, but you hope to learn from that game and grow from that game. And the lesson we learned there was you got to finish. You're up 19 points in the first half. You're doing everything right. Even at the end of the third quarter, Mike, we hit a three-pointer. We're up 8. We got to finish in the fourth quarter. It was the Adu Thoreau show. He just kept going to the foul line and couldn't get anybody in front of him. He ended up scoring 40 points. There is no way a Highlands team let somebody score 40 points. So the lesson is finish.
Well, that definitely is the lesson. And this, Highlands gave up 80 points for the first time in a very long time. We'll have that number for you later on. But that's another thing that good Highlands teams, defense is their calling card, and that really wasn't the key there, even if it was kind of one guy that beat you. But they shot the ball well in the first half. They stuck with a team that hasn't lost a game. They were down to a one-point game when the intentional foul was called in the fourth quarter. I can come up with a lot of things that were good about that game. Let's talk about the Shaler Titans, Dean. The first time that we played them at home this year, the Rams were able to win that game. So they've split in the last 2 years, 74-66, but that only tells part of the story.
Yeah, Mike, we won the game by 8, but we were up 17 at the half. And again, we were led by veterans that game. Carter Leary had a career-high 21. Jimmy Quince and Chandler Timmons had double figures in the first half. We missed 12 foul shots in the second half. Actually, it was the fourth quarter. Let them get back in the game. I'm going to use that word again, Mike. Finish.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd also like to compliment Rob Niederberger and the Shaler free throw defense. In the 2 games against Shaler last year and this, Highlands has shot 18 for 37 from the foul line against Shaler. So he's really been practicing that defense against other teams at the foul line, and it's really coming up big for him here in these games. So let's talk about this now. This is a game that I think is going to tell us a lot about the rest of this season. And you want to talk about the young kids.
Yeah, Mike, again, we have a big game next week, but that game next week means nothing to you to take care of this week. Coach Niederberger and I talked before the game, and we basically said the same thing. Both coaches are telling these kids, and when we say kids, we're talking about sophomores. Listen, you played as a freshman. You've played as a sophomore. It's the second part of your second season. There's no more kids anymore. You've got to step up. You've got to play. The veterans led us the first game. We got to get some contributions from those sophomores on the floor. And again, what I told them was this, very simply, Mike. You know, the coaches put you on the floor. Obviously, they have confidence in you. You've got to play with that same type of confidence. If we do that, I think we can be pretty successful tonight.
Well, don't you hate it when you need work done around the house but can't get anyone to call you back? Or even worse, you finally get in touch with someone and they didn't finish the job properly? Well, put those problems aside because Beanie Home Renovations has been executing home projects in the AK Valley from start to finish for over a decade. If you're spending your hard-earned money on renovating your home, you expect the job to be done right. Not only does Beanie do it all from basements to roofing, they also bring a refreshing level of professionalism to every job from the very first call. Experience the difference today. Call 724-351-3172 or visit their Facebook page and take the first step in making your home a better place to live. Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy. Starting lineups and tip-off coming up. It's Highlands at Shaler, and it's right after this. All right, in Shaler, a little late in starting tonight. We had a double overtime JV game that Shaler won.
Great game, Mike. Unfortunately, Golden Rams came up a little short. Had a 5-point lead with a minute to go. Couldn't hang on. Got to give Shaler credit for that. Highlands tonight will start number 0, Chandler Timmons, 6'3" junior, averaging 8.3 per game. Jimmy Kuntz, number 1, 6'2" junior, averaging 22.1 per game. Our senior, number 14, Carter Leary, 5'11", averages 10.1 per game. Our big guy in the middle, number 15, Braden Foster Fraser, 6'8" sophomore.
Our cameraman just quit.
16.8 per game. And Cam Regard, a 6-foot sophomore, wears number 24, average 8.4 per game.
Starting lineups brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting, to beautify and protect. Dan Timmons Painting, they got you covered.
He'll start number 2, Keegan Smetanka, a 5'10" sophomore. Number 3, Joey DiSabato, a 5'8" sophomore. Number 13, Caden Orga, a 5'8" sophomore. 6-foot senior, number 15, Josh Miller. And running out the starting 5 for the Shaler Titans, their big guy in the middle, 6'6" senior, number 23, Logan Burmester, and he is a big guy, Mike.
He is a big guy. They beat Char Valley on Sunday at Montour. They were involved in the tournament also, 69-66, and Logan Burmester had 25 points in that game. Shaler's 11-6, Highlands is 12-5, but Highlands 7-1, Shaler's 6-3. So this is a game that both of these teams would like to win, obviously, and Highlands needs it if they have any intentions on winning their 5th consecutive section title.
Yeah, Mike, we talk about next Tuesday, but next Tuesday means nothing unless you take care of tonight, this Tuesday, playing Shaler to have the possibility of getting into a section tie with Mars.
Shaler comes in hot. They've won 6 out of 7. The Rams have won 4 out of 5. Something got to give. Joe Strednak has the basketball. We're set to go. It's flipped up in the air, and it goes to the Titans. They're in white. That was actually John Gallagher that tipped it. Rams and Brown.
Big lob inside.
They tried, but Foster was there and stole it away from Burmester. Here are the Rams left to right. Foster's going to take it all the way down, but he got shut off and got fouled.
They got to look on the floor.
Now Rob's going to work up that total in a hurry and work on that free throw defense. That was on the floor, though.
Burmester gets his first, Mike, and we've got to watch that situation.
Mars played here a week ago, and Shaler was winning at halftime that game. Here's Foster. Out to Leary, center circle.
Mars ended up winning that game by 10, Mike. They were up 13 with 2 seconds to go. Put the ball on the floor. Kid from Shaler picked up fruit in the basket. Mars fans were upset. I thought, hey, good job.
That's what you said. Timmons worked it out to Leary. Man in the air. Got shut off. Back to Kuntz. Jimmy couldn't miss in warm-ups. Saved by Leary, and bullet pass to Timmons. Timmons takes it into the paint with a runner off the front rim. No good. Rebound, he got his own. Couldn't get it to go. Tip, no good. Rebound, Shaler.
Mike, nothing.
Here's DiSabato the whole way down. Threw up a left-hander and missed it. 1 and out twice. Highlands back. Here's Kunst all the way through, but had it knocked out of his hands from behind as DiSabato got a hand on that, and Jeremy Sabo made the call. It's Highlands basketball. No score.
The ref is Joe Strednak. He's one of my golf buddies, Mike, from Myrtle Beach.
Out to Leary, straight down the middle. His 3 is nothing but nylon.
And remember, he had a career-high 21 against them first time around at Highlands.
3-0 Highlands. Now they dump it inside to Burmester. He got around Leary, and that's a matchup that Rob Niederberger will take, and it's 3-2.
And Mike, they had him surrounded with the zone. He still got the ball in that access pass. And Burmester, you can't let him get the ball in the post. He'll kill you. Crossover
move by Kunst in the paint. It won't go, and a jump ball. Highlands will keep it at 6-17.
Here's that time, Mike. Burmester didn't come down the floor to play defense. He just returned.
Here's Regard off the move. Corner to Foster. Here's a 3 on the way. It's no good, but tipped by Timmons, and Regard saved it. Now to Leary. Down.
He got pushed
deep into Timmons.
Oh, no.
They're going to call a walk. Oh, my goodness.
He landed on it. Shaler, chicken or egg situation. Did he walk before Burmester landed on him? That's a tough one to take.
That is. Shaler forecourt down a point. It's Smetanka. For Miller. Goes into the paint. He scores and draws the foul.
Foster is late getting there. Commits the foul. And that's going to send Miller to the line.
4-3 Shaler. They can extend it.
Foster his first team first.
This is Josh Miller, the 6-foot senior. And he drains it. And it's 5-3. Now against pressure, and they like to do that. They're sophomore laden, these guys. Long skip past O'Leary, head fake. But they close down on him quickly, and now Timmons back to get it. Timmons in the paint. Tried to pass it inside, but DeSabato got his hand on it and knocked it out of bounds.
Had a funny feeling Shaler plays zone because I talked to Rob before the game, and he said he called Joe Lafka, told Joe to play a zone against us because he wanted, obviously,
to get a look and see what it looked like, yes.
And also Hampton to beat us.
Oh, that too. Rams had a good game on Tuesday night here a week ago. Foster against Burmester, he blocked it.
Second foul, Mike. Actually, third, got away with it. Doggone it.
Remember, that happened with Thero on Saturday.
Yep.
As we thought. Burmester for three, right down the middle, and the net never moved. And Shaler leads at 8-3.
It's what last year looked like, Mike, and
he can hang the Sunday wash on that one.
Burmester shoots that way.
Leary into the paint, goes all the way with the up and under move, but it won't go, and Burmester pulled the rebound down. Leary peels himself up off the court. Shaler with the ball and a 5-point lead. Here's Orga. Now Smetanka right wing. And now Rob Niederberger wants him to slow down. Rob's still in that walking boot. Said he went to the doctor. It didn't go well. It's back on.
Yeah. Well, it gives it a pretty good workout during the game.
Smetanka for three is a grazer. And here comes Rico.
Number 3-on-1.
Foster to Kunst, layup score. Now, that was the opposite of the way it was on Saturday when Leary was finding Foster for those. 8-5. Rams with a quick basket on transition. Now out of the corner, and that's Miller off the rim. Burmester the rebound. Burmester back up, and Foster has 2 fouls at 4:09.
Exactly the opposite of what we want to have happen, Mike. Burmester should have 2 fouls also, but Brady gets his 2 first, and Khalil Long going to get into the game early and see what he can do against Burmester.
Burmester already has 6 points in the early going. And some substitutions. Joey Miller, number 20. And Julian Vizoka, 25. Julian was hitting threes in the game at Highlands. He had 2 of them for 6 off the bench when they were making their comeback. Burmester hits them both. He's got 7 already, and it's 10-5 Titans. Here's Kunst. Quick dump down into Khalil Long, who's in replacing Foster. Back out to Leary, and he's tripped. Leary spent a lot of time on the floor tonight.
Sam Himrod going to get that one.
Shaler foul on Sam Himrod. His first.
Sam wears 11. Team fouls 2 apiece. Here's Kunst. Good defense that time by DeSabato. Timmons stops, pops, baseline down. First 2 for Chandler. And it's 10-7. Now DeSabato needed help and came to Joey Miller outside. Now Burmester carried it all the way home. He tried. He did.
There we go.
Jeremy Sabo with the call.
Second turnover on Shaler. Highlands committed 1. And here comes the pressure. Jimmy beats it.
3-point lead for the Titans against a double team, and quickly over to get it is Leary. Now Kunst.
Playing man-to-man.
All the way to the basket, threw it up and got fouled.
Mike, I don't know why he just didn't take the layup on the left-hand side.
Yeah, he tried to do the reverse and come up and under.
Keegan Smetanka going to get that first one.
And that's Burmester, Dean. He's got 2.
Oh, the Burmester they gave it to.
So they did.
There you go, Mike.
So both big men have 2 fouls early.
See how long they'll keep Burmester out there.
Jimmy Kunst shoots 2, shooting 67% on the year. First is no good. He'll get another. Well, not long. Well, no, they're going to bring Josh Miller back in. And it is Burmester that sits.
All right, both big guys on the bench early. Yep.
We've gotten smaller both ways. Kunst makes 1 out of 2. That's above the Highlands average against these guys the last 2 years. Now Himrod threw it over to Miller. and Himrod takes it back.
And it looks like they're sitting in a matchup.
Josh Miller.
Looks like a 2-3, Mike, but don't come out and play you.
Miller got shut off by Long. Now Smetanka into the paint. Now again, without the big guy in there, it'll be taking shots, and that's Josh Miller. He missed everything, but it's going to be Highlands basketball as it's going to deflect off Joey Miller out of bounds. So Highlands gets it down 2. The Rams led this
now
game.
They're going to change the call, Mike. Look.
I think that was right, actually.
Well, I guess they're allowed.
They got closer eyes on it, better eyes on it. I don't know. Shaler ball.
We have an excellent angle up here.
We do. We do. I thought Highlands touched it. But I was going to keep it.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I was going to keep it if they were giving it to us. Smetanka with the left hand. No good. Timmons is
banged around.
Yeah, no call. But Tavares comes away with the basketball.
Khalil Long did a great job making them alter that shot, Mike.
Here's Jordan. Dribbled it off his leg out of bounds.
Second Highlands turnover. And
now Khalil Long comes out and Regard in. So now we have gone. I think Chandler Timmons is the tallest guy out there. Both ways, I think, at 6'4". Yep. Joey Miller's 6'3", but he'd rather be outside. And there it is. Julian Vizoka. He's made 3 baskets against Highlands this year, all 3-pointers, and it's 13-8. That left-hander. Less than 2 to go, first quarter. Timmons in the paint. No call, but Jimmy Kuntz somehow gets a hold of it down low and puts it in. He's got 5.
Strong offensive rebound that time by Jimmy.
13. The Rams have to take advantage of the fact that Burmester's not in there.
You better believe it.
Nimrod missed everything. And now Regard is fouled on his way down at 135.
Looks like he got rode hard. Khalil Long going to enter the lineup for Chandler Timmons. Chandler looks like he's limping a little bit, Mike.
Does.
Keep an eye on that.
DeSabato comes back in for Shaler. Keegan Smetanka will sit. Into Long. Oh,
nice
right
pass.
back to Regard.
Beautiful
How about
shot.
that? A little give and go. Cameron Regard with his first 2. He's been a hot player for Highlands. And it's a 1-point game. Oh, and Regard's that. Then he poked it 3.
Oh!
You can't call a foul on that.
Just great hustle. Great hustle. Unfortunately not rewarded. Regard picks up his first.
Regard his first, team third.
Corey Dotcha not happy, and he has every right to be not happy. That was just a hustle play. There was not a foul there. Here's Josh Miller. Swing it around to DeSabato, and he gets it back. Now out top to Orga.
Looks like you're going to be content around a little clock. Burmester on the bench.
Sure. And now Rob Niederberger needs a timeout because I don't think they were sure exactly what they wanted to do there. 1:02 left in the quarter, and Highlands trails by 1.
B&J Sports has celebrated their 6th decade of outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley. When it comes to all your sporting good needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Miller and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. Customized high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, plaques. Even needed a scorebook the other day. Mike, the middle school ran over the scorebook, ran over, and Glenn had it for us. They're located at 1605 Freeport Road in Trent Heights. Open 9 to 5:30 weekdays, Saturdays 9 till noon. Or give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 6 decades says it all. B&J Sports.
The team fouls here in the first quarter. Shaler's committed 4. Highlands committed 3. It's not the how many. It's the who. Foster with 2. Burmester with 2.
It'll be interesting to see which coach puts his big guy in first.
Well, sophomore, senior. That might have something to do with it.
And who's more important to their team?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Khalil Long's back out there, Mike, so we have the size advantage.
He made a great pass to Regard. Got a give and go on the inbound. That's a planned play. I think. That's one thing about this Highlands staff. They have had some really innovative inbound plays over the last decade.
And here's where you like to see a shot clock, Mike.
Yeah, because they just might want to take some time. This is Josh Miller goes in off the glass, no good. The tip is to Tavares, and the Rams have a 3-on-2. Tavares drives down to Kuntz, lays it up and scores, and the Rams lead it.
Great job by Tavares to push that ball down the floor, Mike.
7 points for Jimmy. And the Rams lead at 14-13, erasing a couple of 5-point deficits.
Back door, there it is.
There it is. Miller had it blocked by Long. It looked like Cleo might have got a ball.
With the lower body, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that's where it had to be.
Yeah.
And that's what Jeremy's saying. That's exactly what he's motioning, that he definitely got him down low. So that'll send Oregon to the line to shoot 2 at only 5 seconds left of the first quarter, and Highlands leading by 1.
They'll get a chance to get a 2 for here. What you saw there, Mike, was Oregon beat him back door, but Long rotated over and looked like he was going to obstruct the shot, but he got him with the lower body.
Oregon makes them both. The Rams halftime, 5 seconds. Here comes Kuntz. Half court, lets it go off the glass. Well, he shot that early. And that's the end of the first quarter here at Shaler with the score. The Shaler Titans 15 and the Highlands Golden Rams 14. Wireless Zone is the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America. Whether you're a small business, a big family, or just need a new phone, Wireless Zone can help. At Wireless Zone, we're dedicated to finding the right device for you, your family, your business, and your lifestyle. Our stores offer competitive prices on today's most popular smartphones, devices, and accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Get 5G ready. Visit your Wireless Zone headquarters in Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza and at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you by visiting wirelesszone.com.
Might get a birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Larry Alexander, L.A.
Oh, how about L.A.? And he is doing well.
Yeah, he's in the insurance
teaching,
business.
Insurance,
yeah.
He was teaching or something. He's coaching, though.
Yes. You might be thinking Reuben King was teaching.
I might be Reuben's teaching. Yep. That's it.
Section tonight, Mike, not much action. We have Hampton. They play Armstrong, and that's a big one. If Armstrong expects to get back in a section,
yeah, they have to win that game. And if they do win that game, they're right in it. If Hampton wins, they clinch, and Armstrong's out.
There you go. That would solidify the top 4: Mars, Highlands, Shaler, Hampton. And then down at the bottom of the section, Mike, you have Plum. They are at Indiana. So somebody's going to win the game there.
Rob Niederberger has gone to Logan Burmester to start the second quarter.
Well, there you go. That's your answer.
And they have a size advantage. And Timmons tipped it away, and the Rams have the quickness advantage. Good job by Chandler, and the Rams have the basketball down 1, and here's Regard.
4th turnover for Shaler. Highlands only committed 2 in the first quarter, Mike.
Here's Kunst off the move. His three's on the way. It's rattles in and out. Regard's fouled.
On the floor.
And he's fouled by Miller, or Vizoka, I'm sorry, 25.
Vizoka's going to pick up his second.
He's got 2. Burmester has 2 of the 5. Rams will key it in at 7:34. Down 1. That's Kunst around a Timmons screen. All the way around Burmester. He had to get out of the way. And Kunst puts it in.
Took advantage. He's got 9. Golden Rams up 1.
Correction, Jimmy Kunst with that basket.
Here's Miller. Tavares got a piece of it.
They were trying to get into Burmester. There he is.
Now they do.
Rams
double him.
Triple team.
There's nowhere to go.
He was walking, Mike.
It kind of looked like it. Good job by Tavares to get a piece of that and almost steal it.
But they're making it tough on him. Now, Mike, realistically, this is where you want to try to kick the ball out and take a 3.
Yeah, because somebody's open.
Smentank was surprised by that pass.
Josh Miller playing catch out top with Caden Orga.
Now they have Burmester isolated on Timmons.
Now Smetanka, so many sophomores. Smetanka.
Oh, how about offense? There you go, baby.
Burmester's got 3 fouls at 6:46 first half.
Carter Leary took that one, Mike.
And Jeremy Sabo signals, and Rob Niederberger is not happy. He signals he got him with the shoulder.
He ducked that shoulder in, Mike.
And now, this is one of those situations. Rob's so busy arguing with the official that Burmester's stuck out there right now. I'd go right at him.
You better believe it.
Regard, 3 balls, nothing but nylon, and the Rams lead it.
And Burmester had to keep his hands down, Mike, right in his face.
Did they call that a 2?
That's got to be a 3.
The board says 18-16. I thought it was 3. It was 16-15. They must have called it a 2.
If anybody's on top of that, that would be
Steve.
And He's not indicating.
Yeah, so he could have had a foot on the line. We're a little bit obstructed,
Yep.
but
Was there a foul in that last play, Mike?
they quickly got. It's loose. It's tipped. It's Highlands ball. It went off of Miller the younger, Joey, and hit off of his shoulder and out of bounds, and it's Highlands basketball. I don't know. I was so busy trying to check the score that they did get Burmester out of there, though, on the dead ball.
I thought they said number 1, Jimmy, but it didn't go up on the board.
Okay. Yeah, and then Shaler does not have a number 1 anymore. That used to be Dylan Schlegel. He has left the program. Here's Kunst. Down to Timmons. Around a man. Size advantage. Left-handed hook is no good. The tip, and Shaler has it. 6 minutes left, first half. Highlands 19. It's 19 now, Dean. Highlands 19.
Then it was 3.
It was a 3. Steve got it.
There you go.
19-15. Highlands by 4. And Regard with 5 points. And driving to the basket and putting it in is Josh Miller, the senior. He's got 5 himself. It's 19-17. Kunst threw a bad pass. That was good anticipation by Orga. Driving down with a layup. It was DiSabato that did it. He tipped it free, and Orga made the basket. Got my threes mixed up. We're tied at 19. Regard. Tavares had trouble controlling, but gets the handle. To Regard right side. Yeah. What I think Coach Dodgen didn't like there is he calls timeout. There are too many standing around, and I think he wanted to get some spacing and get a play set up.
And also, I get Braden Foster back in the game.
That wouldn't hurt, huh? That wouldn't hurt. 5:08 to go. First half, we're tied at 19.
Planet Fitness Heights Plaza in Toronto Heights is your home for the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness provides a clean and spacious environment where everyone is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment for as little as $10 a month. Nothing down, Mike, till February 5th. Whether you're starting out, getting back in the groove, or looking for extra tips, work out with a certified trainer at Planet Fitness at no extra cost with the P at PF program. Membership starting as low as $10 a month. You can start off the new year with high-quality fitness at an awesome price. Come down to Planet Fitness in Toronto Heights and meet our friendly staff. Welcome to the Planet.
Friday night, the Rams will host Indiana. You know,
Snowmageddon.
Hopefully. Even if that game is played, Highlands has just one home game in the last 46 days.
Dumped down to Foster.
Foster scores. Dean, you called that. You had all that going.
Yep. And brought him into the lineup. Take advantage with Burmester on the bench. How about an offensive foul there?
They're going to call a block on Regard.
Cam picks up his second.
That's 2 on him.
And Mike, 16 fouls for Shaler. They're going to say it was a shooting foul, Mike. I did not see him in the act of shooting, but...
First one by Miller is good. And it's 21-20 Highlands.
He's got 6. Game basically going to script, Mike. We thought it'd be a tough game.
Yeah, they make their foul shots. That's one thing to remember. Rams haven't been to the line much, and that's probably good. Miller made them both. Against this team, anyway.
He has 7 now, tying Burmester for the team high. And we're tied at 21.
Tavares to Leary.
One thing I love about this, Mike, is Coach Niederberger's calling our offense before we run it. He watches a lot of tape on Highlands, trust me.
I think he watches us, too. Leary's 3 is no good. Rebound, Tavares got bodied, but the Rams were able to get it back. Foster to Leary with a runner, he scores.
That was a great pass up by Tavares. He's had 2 excellent assists tonight, Mike.
Rams back up by 2, and this is all the way to the basket. DiSabato's first 2 of the night. Tied at 23.
Racehorse basketball, Mike.
Foster again, he scores. No, he doesn't. It went off the rim.
Point blank, Mike. It looked like he made it.
And a rebound to Joey Miller.
And they want to run at us.
That's a 3 by Keegan Smetanka, and it's down. And Shaler with a 3-point lead. And again, the Highlands Rams not taking advantage of the fact that Burmester's on the bench.
Yeah, Mike. Had a point-blank layup last time. Didn't get it.
Here's Leary. Now baseline to Timmons. Around Miller.
He got fouled.
And Timmons will shoot 2 at 3:31 first half. And a 3-point Shaler lead.
Shaler foul on Joey Miller, his first, team 7.
Joey Miller, sophomore, picks up his first. Timmons got his line, 52%.
First one is good. He'll get another.
Mike Burmester, he looked like he was tiring out at the end of the first quarter, too. So, again, Highlands needs to take advantage because he'll be out there to start the third.
Landon Signorella checks into the Highlands lineup. 26-24, Shaler by a bucket. That one's too strong, and 3 white shirts. So here come the Titans with a chance to extend that lead. Extending their lead with Burmester on the bench. Baseline, shot is missed. Tavares had it and got it to Timmons. Here come the Rams. Don't have numbers, though. But Kuntz going to take it all the way to the basket himself. Had it knocked away, and first on the ball was Smetanka with a bunch of brown shirts standing around. Smetanka from 15, short. And Signorella has the rebound.
I think what happened, Mike, is everybody thought somebody was going to get the rebound, and nobody did.
Yeah, Friday we're supposed to, and Thursday, Winter Storm Landon. The only Landon I want to see wears number 4.
And one.
Jimmy Kuntz puts it down.
He's got 11. Got a chance to.
He draws the foul. Fouls called Joey DiSabato, his first, team 8.
First on DiSabato. We're tied at 26.
They're slow getting the score.
They are.
Mike.
It's our 4th tie this quarter.
Highlands takes the lead. Looks like the JV game, Mike, back and forth. Hopefully a better result for the Golden Rams.
27-26. Highlands leads at less than 3 to go, first half. Miller against Signorella. Now Himrod. High dribble by Smetanka, but he controls it. Got it to DiSabato. He scores and draws the foul.
Been a soft spot in the zone, Mike, and DiSabato has gone there twice, scored twice. It looks like Tim is going to get the foul.
28-27. Shaler by 1.
Called on Leary.
Now Rob Niederberg, you could hear him call timeout down there.
He's got 5.
And it's 29-27, Shaler.
Are you or someone you know need a physical or occupational therapy? Consider a caring therapist at Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Service in Natrona Heights. Zach Bartolotta and his staff specialize in one-on-one personalized care, coupled with the latest techniques and equipment in physical therapy services. They deal with any type of injury, specialize in orthopedic conditions, including sports workman comp injuries. Phoenix will help you to your goal of returning to activities you love to do most. Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services, conveniently located 1601 Union Avenue in Natrona Heights. Flexible hours for your convenience and accept most insurances, including UPMC. So give me a call today to set up an appointment at 724-224-5090. I was talking to Joe Strednak before the game about my golf game, how they straightened me out. And after I tore the scar tissue off, which you have to, my shots started to get a little lanky because I had too much length.
Well, there you go. Rams forecourt down a pair. Jimmy Kuntz, it's outside. Jimmy getting his, as you expect. In 17 games the Rams have played, Jimmy scored over 20 points.
And
14 times at Timmons.
Yes.
With the and one. We're tied at 29. It's the 5th tie this second quarter.
Josh Miller gets that foul.
Timmons to try to complete the 3-point play.
Got to make these foul shots, Mike.
Short. Signorella's got the basketball, though. He's in trouble, but he got it out to Kuntz. Good job by Lando. Kuntz on the floor, into the paint. Head fake, back to Signorella. Now to Leary with less than 2 to go. First half and a 29 all tie. Highlands 3 for 6 from the line.
Gonna come back to
And a steal. And driving all the way in, DiSabato with the lay-in.
Second steal for him, Mike, and they turned it into a basket both times. George Tavares got to come and meet that pass, Mike. He was waiting for it.
Around a Timmons screen, on the pick and roll. Timmons with an offensive foul.
No doubt about it, Mike. He put the shoulder down, and that's going to be our 6th turnover. Only had 2 in the first quarter, 4 in this quarter.
Player control foul. There'll be no shots. That's the 7th foul. So Shaler will go into the 1-and-1, and they don't miss.
They haven't yet, Mike.
And the Rams are 3 for 6, which, like I said, that's an improvement over what they do against Shaler normally.
8 for 8 from the line for Shaler.
Miller. Wild shot up, no good. Tavares pulls down the board. Leary got shut off by DiSabato, and they call a travel.
He got fouled. That was not a case of chicken or egg. He got fouled before.
Shaler with the ball in a 2-point lead. Highlands has the arrow right now. As the clock winds to a minute, first half.
Maybe putting this one in the cold storage bin, Mike.
And they have extended their lead by a point since Burmester was last seen.
Coach Niederberger has to be happy with that, Mike.
Yeah, and if you're the visitors, that can't happen. DiSabato to Miller.
Extending that defense.
Himrod's three's no good, and Long has it.
Numbers.
And Tavares dribbles into a trap, gets through.
Kick back.
Fired it over to Kunst. Kunst goes in. Wide open Leary. Head fake to the basket. Drives, lays. Offensive foul, Carter Leary.
That one was going to go either way, Mike, and it went against the Golden Rams. That's their 8th turnover.
Carter Leary, his second teammate.
Carter lost a shoe. Threw a shoe. The coral ones don't fall off.
That was a tough one, Mike. Thought we were going to get a chance to tie the game. Well, guess what? We're not going to. And Shaler has a twofer because they had the ball coming out to start the second half.
Heck, I'd have put Burmester in for this.
Yeah, remember we got an offensive foul earlier.
Yeah. High posting to Joey Miller. Back out to Smetanka. 2 seconds. Got to be aware of the clock. And Miller put up the three. A wild one, it missed. The Rams did a good job defensively there to end the first half as they lead at 31-29. Philippe's Family Dining and Pizzeria was born in Natrona Heights in 1999, and it didn't take long for the name to become synonymous with great food and overwhelming community support. You stopped by there today, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Yeah. Anniversary lunch, baby.
Yeah, you love it. Philippe's offers burgers, wings, specialty sandwiches, wraps, and of course pizza. Not just any pizza, but the often imitated, never duplicated Birdville pie, made with their special super secret recipe and named for the Birdville section of the Heights. Kitchen's open after the game, so stop by and say hi or call 724-226-3505 for takeout or to order a partially baked Birdville pie. And remember, they serve a full breakfast every morning starting at 8. That's Philippe's Family Dining and Pizzeria, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Your score at half, Highlands trailing Shaler 31-29. We'll have stats and more right after this.
9-1.
All right, we're back at halftime. You see the Shaler Titans on the court. They lead at 31-29. Halftime stats brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops. Training K through 12 at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Visit the Mason Elite Facebook page for more information.
Golden Rams trailing here by 2. Jimmy Quince leads the scoring with 12. Carter Leary has 5. Chandler Timmons has 5. Braden Foster 2. He's strapped with some early foul trouble. Cameron Regard has 5. That 2-pointer was changed to a 3-pointer for a total of 29. For the Shaler Titans, Keegan Smetanka has 3. Joey DiSabato has 7. Caden Orga has 4. Josh Miller 7. And Logan Burmester, early foul trouble for him, he had 7. And Julian Viscotta has 3.
Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph would like to welcome you to Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. They're serving the AK Valley for decades. The Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. Boy, the Rams late coming out of the locker room, Dean.
Well, Mike, they put 2-12 on because they had the kids out there playing.
I see, okay. Well, most of us are trying to navigate the new normal now more than ever. We realize the importance of family and trying to protect them. I can slow down. Life insurance is an investment, so you would be a great time to make sure your policies are still doing the job they were intended to do. Stop by the Lucchinos for a free insurance review today. You know why? Because Joe and Joe always know. They're located at 2318 Freeport Road next to the Donut Connection. Or call today 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let the Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group put you on the road to financial stability today?
I would have all the starters taking turns shooting foul shots, Mike, because that's the difference in the game so far. Shaler 8 of 8, Highlands 3 of 6. So, again, we got to make some foul shots. By the way, we were talking about on the way up pea coats, the old Army Navy coats, the wool ones. Well, now today there's a G coat.
What's a G coat, Dean?
Well, Tom Brady retired, and again, he's referred to as a G coat now, the greatest cheater of all time.
That's a mean thing to say about Tom Brady. But we could count all the ways, but you know what? He's disavowing the Patriots. He didn't have anything to say about them in his statement.
By the way, he's added that to the statement now, as in we still want to sell some jerseys up there. So.
Well, he said something about the fans. He didn't say anything about Belichick or the team or Mr. Kraft.
Very interesting.
So I don't know what he's complaining. But he, this keeps the attention on him, and goodness knows he needs the attention.
Hey, Mike, I got a PG headline for you from the Post-Gazette.
Oh.
Bethel Park upsets Upper St. Clair again in girls basketball. Is that an oxymoron? Upsets them again? Second time?
Well, if they were favored twice, yeah. It's not an oxymoron. I mean, if you were the underdog twice, then you've upset them twice.
I still think if you win the first time, you should at least be even the second time. Well, let's get back into this game here as the Shaler Titans return to the floor, and Logan Burmester is out there, Mike. So let's see how long he can last with those 3 fouls. And again, they got possession. Oh, change of possession.
Yeah, Rams have the ball to start the second half. So we'll see what happens here. 31-29, Shaler leads it. A game that if Highlands has any designs on grabbing a share of that section title, they have to win this game. And it's going to have something to do with seeding, too. Winning the last time you play is remembered by the committee. Foster knifed it out to Leary. He stops, he pops, he scores to tie the game.
Nice job by Foster to get the ball to Leary. Gold Rams tied at 31.
It's our 6th tie of the game. Now, Miller goes all the way through with the left hand, missed it. Rebound, Timmons. Rams could take the lead back.
That time we tried to favor Burmester, and guard came over. Turnover, Highlands. That's their 10th, Mike.
Not a good pass by Leary.
Shaler's only committed 5.
DeSabato to the corner for a 3 that's missed, and Kunst has the rebound.
Played ping pong with that one, Mike, off a Shaler player.
We're going to let it go. Rams are fortunate to get a hold of that one. And Jimmy's, oh, there it is. I think I'll take it. Timmons to Regard. Are they doing anything special to protect Burmester here, Dean, or are they just playing man? It looks like they're just playing man.
Yep, and Foster's out in the corner trying to draw Burmester away from the basket.
He's not budging.
Yeah, he's not biting.
Kunst for 3, straight down the middle, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Burmester has it.
Brady can make those, Mike. He hits a couple threes. That's going to pull him out. Nobody stopped the ball.
Or change the defense. That's Keegan Smetanka off the rim, no good, and Kunst with another rebound.
Number 4, Mike.
Yeah, he grabbed his arm. Kunst going to drive all the way home, put it up and in, and the Rams lead at 33-31.
Jimmy now with 14.
14, and he's gone over 900 points for his career.
99 to 1,000, right?
Smetanka's going to try it again. This one's good. Yeah, you let him wide open twice. He missed the first one. He didn't miss the second one.
Tied at 33.
Out to Kunst. Now Leary all the way through with a runner, missed it. Rebound Foster.
Oh,
blocked by Burmester.
And late call, what do we got?
Jump ball?
No, 23 White afterwards.
Okay.
2-shot foul. It was late, but it was there, Mike. There was definitely a foul. And that's going to be his 4th.
Joe Strednak having a few words with Rob Niederberger.
His 4th, team first.
No doubt about it in my mind.
Anybody that's played basketball has had that night when they just can't stop fouling someone. Shaler by 1. This is Foster at the line. First one is pure.
That was just a case, Mike. That we call that a position foul. He was out of position. You got to, with your 3 fouls, you got to let him score.
And now Rob will have a decision to make, but it won't be for a while. And it gets back to my thing about, when do you pull him? Well, Foster, the net hardly moved on those 2. He's got 4, and Highlands leapfrogs on top, 35-34.
That's the most important thing, Mike.
And DeSabato just pounds it out top. Long cross court, that's Miller. Miller drives in, kicked it back outside, and the three by DeSabato's up around, no good. Tipped by Timmons, and he pulls it down. Out to Regard. Don't have numbers, though. Here's Kunst. He doesn't need numbers. Spin move in the paint.
And one.
And he's fouled. And Jimmy Kunst will go to the foul line at 5:19, and the Rams with a 1-point lead.
Highlands took advantage of that fast break, Mike.
Spatanka, his first, team second.
Spatanka gets his first. Give me the line to shoot a pair.
That is Jimmy Kunst on the
He's
line.
3 for 4. And you got 15 for him?
15, correct, sir.
The Rams have made all 3 here in this quarter. You admonished them at halftime. Made them both. They haven't even hit iron.
Works for me.
We'll take
Highlands up 3.
37-34. Miller, spin move. Kicked it back out. That's Caden Orga from the corner. It's short, but it came right into the hands of Spatanka. Fall away 2 is no good. Now, Joey Miller's shot is blocked by Foster from behind.
Did a great job that time, Mike. He was out of position, let him take his shot, then he came back and blocked that second shot. Great job by Brady on defense. And Mike, when they take those threes, the rebound's going to be long.
Shaler led by 1 when Burmester went out with his 4th foul. The Rams didn't take advantage of the first half. Regard walked. Let's see if they can do it here. 4:46 to go, third quarter. They lead by 3.
It's keeping Shaler in the game, Mike. They've only had 5 turnovers. Highlands committed 11 now.
My goodness. That was another thing. The game at Highlands last year that Shaler won, Highlands turned it over 17 times.
Too many.
So what is your idea of a good number? Less than 10?
That's ideal.
For
Yep.
a high school game? Here's Orga. Over to the corner. And it's tipped up in the air. Foster stole it, and the Rams have it. Regard does.
6 turnover.
Into a trap, though. Regard in trouble.
And
Timeout, Highlands. Corey Dotchin got that quickly. Got the attention of Jeremy Sabo to get the timeout with 4:16 left to go here in the third quarter.
Well, winter's going to be here, Mike. Again, we got iced Thursday.
I'm done shoveling.
Yeah.
I almost kind of hope it's ice. I don't even care.
I walk around my neighborhood. Half the neighbors aren't doing the shoveling, so.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
I keep saying I'm not going to, but I have to.
There's some people you have to help, yeah.
Well, see why Highland Tire has been voted the best place in the AK Valley by Tire since 1993, oil change since 95, and voted #1 in auto repair. They have every tire conceivable. If you don't see it, ask for it. They'll get it for you. Give HighlandTire.com a call. In Trenton, it's 724-224-9222. And in Trenton Heights, it's 724-224-7900. Or Highland Integrity Alignment is 724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service integrity price since 1961. They've delivered. See if Highlands get something out of this inbound.
Timmons to Regard. Underneath the Foster. But they've sagged on him. Leary's open. His 3 is down! Carter Leary. And the Rams lead it 40-34.
Again, Mike, coming out of inbound, they do a great job of getting something. That time, that something was a 3 from the top of the key.
6-point Highlands lead is their biggest.
Oh, that's walking.
Josh Miller, it won't go, and Foster says, gimme it. Miller tipped it out of bounds. It's Highlands ball. 3:51 left third quarter.
That's walking, Mike. He went up for a shot, didn't shoot it, landed, and it's walking.
Highlands on a 7-0 run since Burmester went out. This time.
Taking advantage, Mike. You asked for it, you got it.
Here's Kunst.
I wanted some foul shots made. You wanted some taking advantage. Burmester out.
2 great plays there. It was a great pass by Jimmy, but what a great catch by Foster.
Yep.
I mean, they had him doubled. They fronted him and from behind and in front. And the Rams are dead set on getting it down there to him.
Uh-oh. We've seen that one coming before.
Kunst to Leary. He's open. Here it comes. Leary went down trying to draw the call. Regard went up, missed the rebound.
They have numbers now, Mike.
Here come the Titans.
Would a Regard get back there?
And
credit.
Leary blocked it. Let's see who's going to be on here. They had their choice.
Yeah, I think they can get Regard.
John Gallagher went a little bit quick there. I didn't see who he signaled. So
it was definitely a 4. It was 14, which is
that's
Carter Leary. That's his third. Yeah. He's got to be careful.
Joey DeSabato at the line. He's got 7 tonight. They all came in the second quarter, and
they're human, Mike.
They missed one. And the Rams are 4 for 4 in the third quarter.
Maybe the tide is changing.
Here's the second. That's off the rim. He overcompensated with that one, and Foster threw it away. Regard stole it back. Here comes Cam, 2-on-2. Regard drives, goes in, put it up off the glass, missed it. Foster's got it though. Foster went
and get in.
It won't go, but he'll shoot 2 at 3:14. Again, Shaler hasn't scored since Burmester went out.
Shaler foul on Josh Miller, his second.
Miller gets his second.
Hey? And Foster, who made 2 earlier, he's only got 4 points tonight. Oh boy, that took a peak one halfway down. He sat fouls in the first quarter, remember. He got 2 real quick.
These rims rattle, Mike.
They're not as accepting as the ones out at Montour were the other night. They would take it and bring it back in. Good one by Foster. He's made 3 out of 4. And the Rams lead at 41-34. Their biggest lead. There's Himrod. Back to Miller. Put it up a wild one. Missed it. Rebound Jordan Tavares. Rams have numbers this time. But Jordan's going to slow it down. Kunst out top. Oh, too tall for...
Good idea,
for
Mike.
Timmons.
Yeah, he had Chandler breaking down the baseline.
If that was Foster, he probably catches.
Yes. 13th Highlands turnover now.
Jimmy threw a fastball high and in, 1-0.
He's done that before.
7-point lead.
Too easy. Nobody there, Mike.
Oh, right through everybody goes Orga for his first basket of the second half. That's only the second bucket for Shaler in this quarter.
2 guys looking right at each other, Mike.
5-point lead.
That was a tough pass there.
Spin move to Kunst. Kunst got put down, nothing.
Yeah.
Corey Dodson says, wait a minute. And here comes Orga back to Joey Miller. Back outside, Josh for 3, it's good.
There's 5 quick ones for Shaler. They're right back in it, Mike.
It's a 2-point game. 2:15 left third quarter. Shaler led by as many as 5. Highlands led by as many as 7. It always ends up getting back tied. Looping feed into Foster. Great pass by Timmons, and Foster with the finish.
Great job by Chandler to find him on that baseline.
43-39. Now back out to Miller again. He's hot. He missed that one, though. And Kunst has it. 2-on-2. Kunst, forecourt, all the way to the basket. Put it up. Charge. No, you're right. You're right.
Mike, the guy set up. Jimmy went around him.
He never touched it. Yeah.
Yep. There were 2 guys trying to set the foul up. And unfortunately, that's going to be the 14th Highlands turnover.
43-39. The Rams lead it by 4. Shaler with a basketball less than 2 left of the third quarter. Remember, stay tuned after the fourth. We'll have unflooded trivia. Caden Orga pounds it. Doesn't have the size matchup. See if he's going to try to take Foster in. Tipped by Kunst. He got a piece of it, but Miller caught it in the corner. Miller carried it in with a Euro step and
That
walked.
got to be walking.
Turnover Shaler at 119. Cameron Regard comes back in for Highlands, and Chandler Timmons will sit down.
My suspicions finally confirmed, Mike. You can't land with the ball after you leave your feet.
Not unless you're trying to get the first down. Cameron Regard out to Leary. Highlands by 4. Foster right side to Tavares. Jimmy Kunst right wing. Less than a minute to go.
And Rob Niederberger's over the Holy Cross, Mike. That's the play we're running.
I thought he was praying. I thought you were saying he's calculating when he's going to get Burmester back in there. It'll be sooner rather than later once that fourth quarter comes.
Helping. Nice step through that time by Leary.
Regard baseline, jumper, missed everything. Kunst on the weak side. Shot, score, foul.
Great position by Kunst that time, Mike, and he's about to finish it.
18 for Jimmy. 45-39. And Kunst to try to complete the 3-point play.
Orga gets his first. Well, now what do we have? Is Jimmy going to shoot the ball?
He does. And he scores.
And now we'll get Signorella into the game.
Maybe Jimmy was going to. No, Foster will come out. How many do you have Jimmy with, sir?
I have 19.
Yeah, so do I. The board says 18, so I'll trust you and me. And Jimmy hasn't made a 3 tonight,
Yep.
so that's not a factor.
More importantly, Highlands up by 7 now.
Matches their biggest lead. 22 seconds. Shaler with the ball and the arrow. They have the twofer. And trust me, Burmester will be out there to start the 4th quarter. If they're on offense.
And Mike, up 7, I'd let him do it.
Smetanka, 6 seconds, 5. 3 is missed. It's loose. Highlands
Jimmy's
has
wide
it.
open.
And
Get
there's
up, Jimmy.
Kuntz. It's good if it goes,
Oh,
and it
they
just
waved
off.
it off. They said no.
Oh, Jimmy was out there, but the Rams do a great job to take the lead into the 4th quarter. They lead it 46-39.
Unflooded trivia time, Mike. Has your home or business ever been damaged by water or mold? Then you know how stressful that situation can be. Our friends at Unflooded are here to help. From a broken pipe, sewer backup, or flooding, they have the expertise to get your home dry and ready for repairs. When it comes to having mold in your home, they come in, assess the situation, and put together a game plan for removing the mold and keep it from coming back. Visit unflooded.com or call Brian Marr at 888-650-7767 any time of the day.
Please tell me this is Shaler trivia because I looked at their Hall of Fame stuff in the hallway and I studied.
Not Shaler trivia, but nearby, Mike.
Okay.
We talked about North Catholic yesterday, their basketball tradition. They have 2 coaches with over 700 wins. Don Bartha with the girls, Don Graham with the boys. Well, Dave DiGregorio left last year. He's now the head coach at North Allegheny. Real simple question. Who replaced him?
At North Catholic.
Yes, sir. They are 15-1, by the way.
Wow. Again, we do open book tests here, but I could look in the phone, but that's cheating. We discussed this at the girls' game last night. I'm not going to do that because you know what? I don't know, so I'm going to try to see if I can't come up. Is it somebody that played there?
No, he was the assistant coach last year, became the head coach this year, and he had 15 years experience at Penn Hills, where he won 3 WPI and 1 PIAA championship. Burmester's out there, Mike.
And there he goes. There was no way down 7 he was going to be on the bench. And it's a 46-41 game. And now Rob's going to have to be careful with him. That 4 fouls.
And guess what? I say you go right at him.
I say you go right at him.
Yep.
I send Jimmy to him.
That's what he's trying to do.
He gets out of there. He's got Foster up top. Regard walked and turned it over at 7:28.
15th Highlands turnover.
The old Penn Hills coach. I'm blanking.
Regard was so intense about getting the ball into Burmester, he actually traveled. His brain was thinking before his feet. I'll make it easy, Mike. Good game. Let's get it to a Jim Rocco.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here's Burmester. Threw up a wild shot and missed it, and Regard got the rebound. Highlands by 5.
He was rim rejected, Mike.
Trying to get to 13-5 and 13-2 everywhere but Montour.
Yeah, Montour has not been a great place for us.
Whitfield semifinals. People going to want to play us there if we make it that far.
Yeah. Foster trying to bring Burmester away from the hoop.
The opposite of Highlands Blackhawk back in like 2000. Remember the state playoff game out of Midland?
Yes.
They played a lot of games there and won a lot of games.
Blackhawk semi-home court.
It was the end of the Rams that year. They had a great season, but
Okay, got Burmester away from the basket. Might take advantage right there.
Kunst quickly. Regard. Here it comes.
And
Oh, it won't go in, but he's fouled.
he'll shoot 3.
He's fouled by Josh Miller at 6:26. Boy, that would have been a
It
4-point
looked
play.
good, Mike.
Could have been.
Left.
Not quite a dagger. Still a little bit early. But he got the puppies organized and let it fly. And now Regard has not been to the line tonight. But he's come from less than 50% to 63% now.
8.4 average. First one
is good.
Gives him 6. And more importantly, 6-point high on the lead.
He'll get another. 47-41. And then another. Second on the way, and it's nothing but nylon.
You see the Shaler crowd across the way, all dressed in black, Mike, and they're trying to intimidate Cameron a little bit, but so far, no good with the little ugh right before he shoots.
3 for 3.
Big 3 for 3.
Crunch time, as Al McGuire would say. 49-41. Biggest Highlands lead. Orga, long cross court. Timmons almost got a piece of it, but there's Vizoka for three. He missed it, and Foster lost it on the line. There are so many lines down there, it's hard to tell what the actual line is.
Yep, and you can't complain because you don't know which line is which.
I have no idea. I believe it's the blue one in front of the red one, which is in front of the blue one. So it's, there's lots of lines. Smetanka, baseline trouble, but got it over, and there's Vizoka, and that's all he'll do with that left hand. Oh, own goal by Foster, I think, or is that Burmester on the weak side?
They'll give him the basket. Burmester was over his back.
49-43. Here's Kunst. Head fake by Leary. Good defense by DiSabato that time. Chandler Timmons in front of the Highlands bench. Rob Niederberger has not used a timeout. Corey Dodgins used 3. Got 2 left. 5.5 left.
Timmons, good job.
Up the dribble, and Kunst saved his bacon, and then they say he traveled. He tried to get it out of his hands as fast as he could, but the minute he hit the floor and moved, that was all she wrote.
17 turnovers, Mike, and they've only committed 9. Coral Rams hanging on to that 6-point lead.
Here's DiSabato.
And again, if you want to have a chance for a section championship next week, you got to take care of it tonight. Stole almost.
Steal by Chandler, right in front of Rob over there.
Actually, it bounced off of Rob, Mike, but he was out of bounds. So.
Be careful with that foot.
If that hit the referee, we'd still be playing.
Right.
But it hit the coach, he's out of bounds.
Now corner, and a 3 is put up and missed everything. Rebound Timmons. They've hit 5 from downtown. Highlands has hit 3.
The ball's in Jimmy's hands now, Mike.
To Timmons, off the roll. Corner to Leary. Leary goes baseline. Took it right in against Burmester, who had to back off.
Great job by Carter knowing who was where. He's got a dozen.
Oh, steal by Leary. 2-on-1. Leary and Regard. Leary goes all the way in
Foul.
and a foul.
Got to be a foul. Could almost call an intentional foul, Mike.
Now, we saw one of those the other day. We talked to Jordan. I got a chance to talk to Jordan about that yesterday. He said, you saw what I did. He went up to try to knock the ball up, and then he ended up whacking the guy in the face, and they're going to call it every time.
Right.
Leary on the line.
Leary to the line to shoot a pair here.
80%. He's the Rams' best free throw shooter on the season. He was great as a sophomore. Took a little step back at it last year, but is right back up there.
Sure with that one, Mike. They've only missed 1 here in the second half. 13 now for Leary.
And 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. When Al McGuire, and we talked about this before, when the great Al McGuire coached, and we have a timeout, when he coached Marquette, he had his assistants, Hank Raymond and Rick Majerus. All that he wanted them to do was tell him what the guys on the other team shot from the foul line in crunch time, meaning the last 5 minutes of the game. That's the only stat he wanted going into the game, so he knew who to foul at that time.
And Rich Majerus went on to coach at Utah.
And Hank Raymond took over for
Al, and he was older than Al.
Yeah, he was.
The funny part about it.
Well, that was kind of like a Dean Smith, Bill Guthridge situation where Dean Smith retired, but he retired so late that he made sure the only person that could take the job was Bill Guthridge, and that's what happened.
5-man coaching staff tonight. Tyler Stachinski out there.
And we'll talk about the Boucher Agency quickly. Recently made major changes with you and your family in mind, and they're even better equipped to handle your home and auto insurance. The Bouchers are now independent agents, and in addition to Nationwide, they're now working with all the leading companies in the industry to find more ways to save you on your home and auto insurance, and they've done that for you guys, have they not?
Yep, I'm going to be up there this week talking about should we go to the per mile or stay with the flat rate.
You can tell us what happened on Friday if we're fortunate enough to be out.
I will.
Call your hometown independent agents, John and Nick, 724-224-4300 to choose the coverage that's right for you and your family. Remember, in the AK Valley, you're in good hands with the Boucher Agency on your side. 4:36 to go. Highlands has their biggest lead. They lead it by 9. Bless you, Petey. Carter Leary will get another. after the timeout. He missed that one.
Yeah, not your jinx.
They iced him.
Yep.
Rebound Josh Miller, 52-43.
And is now playing a 1-3-1, Mike.
Here's Burmester out top. Rams will take that part. Miller. Now Himrod is open. Here it comes. He's off the rim, no good. Rebound though to Vizoka. And Josh Miller for three off the back rim.
We know about this.
Oh, come on. Great play by Burmester.
He made room for himself.
It ain't a foul if they don't blow the whistle. 53-45. Here's Regard, forecourt, less than 4 to go.
And I keep saying they take those threes, those long rebounds are going to come out.
Gave up the dribble, but Jimmy Kunst is able to control it.
Next foul, Highlands goes in a 1-on-1, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, and the Rams have only committed 2. Kunst. You see the Titans picking up the pace defensively here. Rams have taken nearly 45 seconds off. There's an avenue for Kunst to the basket. It won't go. Foster has it. Foster back up block. Kunst has it, but he's standing on the baseline.
We think.
Well, the ref said so. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Again, which one is which here?
He has a better look than we do. 3:24 left, 7-point game.
Lions got 2 offensive rebounds, Mike, but couldn't take advantage. That would have been a big one. Now they go back to the 2-3. The matchup.
There's Vizoka. That hardly moves.
He's got 2 threes, and it's a 4-point game.
Right back in it. The Rams are led by 9.
3 minutes to go.
Regard. Out to Timmons. 3 minutes left. Leary drives all the way through. Up and under move, he scores.
Earlier in the 4th quarter, Mike, coming up big. He's got 15.
This is when you need a senior to step up in a game like this, and he has done that.
Now we got to play some defense, Mike.
Blocked by Foster. Regard tipped it. He saves it.
And
it's
it's
Highlands ball. What a
Great
play
job by
Cameron
Regard and Braden Foster. Foster to block it, Regard to bang it off of him. Boy, 2 sophomores stepping up big right there, Mike.
Joey Miller comes in the game replacing Sam Himrod.
All right, Mike. Big offensive set here.
Kunst, double team backcourt, quickly to Regard, and he quickly gets it across.
That's a tough pass to
It
make.
is, but it's going to come right into the hands of, well, Burmester has it. What's the call? Jump ball?
Highlands
ball. 2:31 to go, 54-48. Highlands by 6.
Let's get something off this inbound, Mike.
Jump ball, Highlands in possession.
To Foster against Burmester. Fall away off the back iron. Rebound to Sabato. This is Miller in the corner.
Shaler gets the ball to 4 quickly.
They do. Jimmy got an eye on Vizoka in the corner. You know they're trying to free him up for another one.
There he is.
Here it comes. The lefty is off the rim, and Kunst has the rebound. Kunst looked like he got pushed, but comes forecourt. Dump down to Foster.
No foul. No foul. No
Yep,
foul.
they said all ball. Foster's hurt. Rams have the ball, and now we're going to have a.
How could that not be a foul, Mike?
They're going to have a timeout as the officials are going to give Braden Foster a chance to get to the bench.
Mike, I can't believe that wasn't a foul. Roll that back if you're on YouTube here.
Highlands wants a timeout. 1:59 to go, 4th quarter. The Rams lead it 54-48.
And that was a great pass from Jimmy that time.
Oh, it was.
Right on the money.
Right down there in the paint. And
Mike checking the top 5 in 5A. Lower Highlands still 16-0. They beat Thomas Jefferson Friday, 75-41. They're hosting Ringgold. Newcastle 13-1 is number 2. They beat Seneca Valley 66-35. They're at West Allegheny. Mars is 3rd quarter. They trail North Hills 48-45. They're 3rd at 14-1. Penn Hills is 13-2. They lost to North Allegheny the other day 50-40. They're at McKeesport tonight. And we come in at number 5.
we were talking about the sections earlier on the phone. That I think that if whoever finishes third in our section is the best third-place team in 5A.
Had this discussion with Coach Niederberger before the game. He agrees with you 100%, Mike.
There isn't a team in Laurel Highlands is 16-0. The second-place team is Albert Gallatin, they're 7-7. Newcastle's 14-1. The second-place team, Char Valley, they're 7-10. Penn Hills is 13-3. Then comes Gateway at 10-4, who have been leapfrogging with us for 5th. I mean, that's the second-place teams. I didn't even get down to third.
2 minutes to go.
Long had
no
it
foul.
and lost it. Now you got to catch the ball.
19 turnovers.
Here's DeSabato.
Foster's up off the bench quickly, Mike.
Now Bazoka trying to get him free. Into Burmester. Oh, and he just threw Regard to the floor.
Over the back.
The ball is loose, and it's Shaler ball at 134. Well, the good news is they killed about 20 seconds with that possession. Again, the Rams have only committed 2 team fouls. They can be very aggressive here if they want to be. The right
6,
people, of course.
And nobody really in foul trouble. Carter had 3.
Orga will inbound it. Got to watch the 5. Oh, they got a man wide open, Miller, and he missed the shot. And here comes Kunst.
They got to start thinking about fouling, Mike.
Jimmy threw the head back, trying to buy one. Rams will go into the 1-and-1 with the next foul. Timmons. If I were Rob, I'd start picking people.
Yep.
Here's Kunst. Timmons. Now to Regard. He's going to let a 3 go. And drain it!
That is a dagger, Mike. No, no, yes.
I was waiting for those famous words you always like to utter. We don't need it. 57-48.
We will take it. Jimmy
Miller
just ripped it away.
By Kunst. Highlands with a 9-point lead. Kunst goes down. They're going to call a travel.
Why? Pull it out, guys. We're up 9. What a big shot by Cameron. We talked about the sophomores stepping up, Mike. They're no longer sophomores now, and that was a biggie.
He's had, in his last 8 games, he's gone double figures 6 times. There's a block by Foster. They're going to call a foul. In his last 8 games, 6 times he's been in double figures. In his first 10 games, he was only in double figures 3 times. So he's coming on.
That's that maturation process we talked about. Now again, Braden, follow him on the floor. Don't turn the clock off now.
Orga.
At this point in time, Mike, Shaler cannot win the game. We have to help them.
That is their first free throw of the second half, and Orga makes it. And Highlands has done well at the line. Rams are 13 for 18 from the foul line. That's quick count by me. That's a winning number.
Yep.
Better than they have done against these guys. Here's Foster into the paint. Put it up. No good. Why are we shooting? Foster and a foul.
25.
No, I think it was 15 on Miller. Oh, it's on Bazoka. Okay.
Bazoka picks up his.
And that
third.
sends Foster to the line. He's 3 for 4 tonight. It's down.
8th point for Brady, but he's done a lot of good things tonight.
And he's another one that's coming on. His biggest issues here in this recent spell where he's played so well have been fouls.
Yep.
He was going to have a monster game out of Freeport. I mean, he shot a lot of that one. 58-49. Now it's loose.
Look, Regard's on the floor.
And timeout. No, it's a foul on Timmons.
And Mike, I can live with that. We have fouls
away
to give.
from the basket. 23 seconds left. The Rams lead by 9. I would say that Courtney can start the bus. The Rams lead it 58-49 with 23 seconds left.
I concur, sir. It wasn't pretty, but we move on.
We had a discussion before we at halftime, and you said if we can walk out of here with 1 more point than they are, I consider it a success, and I think that may happen. Foster has it, 15 seconds. Ahead to Kunst, 3-on-1. To Leary, he lays it in.
Carter with 17, and it's going to look easier than when it was, Mike.
60-49. Oh, and now Shaler. All kind of funny things happen at the end of games here. This is very similar to that Mars game last week that we talked about. Highlands wins it. The Rams 60, and the Shaler Titans 49. Dean, final thoughts?
Well, Mike, it was a must-win game, and the Golden Rams came up big. great second half. They had great foul shooting in the second half. That was the key to the win, Mike.
Well, hopefully we'll be with you Friday night against Indiana if the weather cooperates, and we hope to see you then. Thanks to Petey Foster for filling in for Dan tonight. Once again, that final score, Highlands 60, Shaler 49. For the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik. So long.